Let's talk Carmina by Creed and dupe for Carmina, Cleopatra by Hamidi. In this video, I'll go over both fragrances, keynotes of each, price points of each. I'll give you the results of a blind test I conducted to see if people could tell which was the more expensive perfume, and ultimately whether or not I believe that Cleopatra by Hamidi is a sufficient duplicate for Carmina by Creed. Carmina by Creed was launched in 2023. It gained a lot of traction, a lot of popularity, but because it is from House of Creed, it is very expensive. So even on discount fragrance stores online, such as FragranceNet, a 2.5-ounce bottle of Carmina will cost $290. To me, Carmina is not worth paying almost $300. It's not one of my favorites from House of Creed. I believe they have better ones, but after reviewing the keynotes, I can see why it is a very popular fragrance. It is pretty sophisticated and pretty well-rounded. Let's get into the keynotes. The top notes are saffron, pink pepper, and black cherry. The mid notes are violet, peony, and rose. And the base notes are frankincense, ambroxan, and musk. And you definitely get each one of those scents throughout the entirety of Carmina. So I smell the saffron, I smell the pink pepper, I smell the black cherry, the rose, the peony, frankincense, and definitely a musky base. It's probably the black cherry I don't really care for. To me, it's hard to get a cherry fragrance to smell nice, but I could see why people are crazy about Carmina. Let's get into the duplicate. Cleopatra by Hamidi. Their keynotes are described exactly the same as Carmina. So you're supposed to get the saffron, the pink pepper, the black cherry, the violet, peony, rose, frankincense, musky base. And in my opinion, you do. You get each one of those scents from top to bottom, just as Carmina. The only difference is $32 on Amazon versus almost $300. Much more affordable, but it does smell very similar to Carmina. Very, very similar. Let's go over blind test results. I sprayed both of the fragrances on test strips, and I asked a mix of men and women, about 6 people, to try and identify the more expensive perfume. And in this case, it was a complete mixed bag. Some people identified Carmina by Creed as the expensive one. Some people identified Cleopatra by Hamidi as the expensive one. And the people that did get Carmina by Creed right couldn't really give me a concrete answer as to this definitely is why it is the more expensive one. It was more of, oh, I just thought it smelled nicer. Even my mother, who loves perfumes, picked Cleopatra by Hamidi as the more expensive one, but after finding out it was the cheaper one, she still preferred it over Carmina. So do I believe that Cleopatra by Hamidi is a sufficient duplicate for Carmina by Creed? In this case, I do believe that Hamidi got it right. They hit it right on the money. People, in my opinion, could not tell the difference. Everyone was confused. Therefore, I would say that this is a sufficient duplicate for Carmina by Creed, and I would expect to smell like Carmina by Creed if I wore Cleopatra by Hamidi. Let me know in the comments if you've tried either one of these fragrances, and thank you for watching.